This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the mails coming in. This time it's AI the Somnium Files, a visual novel sort of type of game. And I think the people who published this, Spike, or the guys developed Spike Chunsoft, I think they did Will a Wonderful World as well, if I recall. I could be wrong, but I believe so. That name sounds familiar. But this will be the vein similar to Will a Wonderful World or Our World Has Ended, or that Ghost Stories one I did a while back as well. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't called Ghost Stories. It was called like Haunting or something. I don't remember off the top of my head. And actually, I liked that one, just because it had some game mechanics outside of just being a visual novel. Same with like Soccer Wars, because it wasn't really a visual novel because you could actually move around and do stuff. So I consider a visual novel when it's just like maybe a picture of a character and then a backdrop on the screen and then things happen, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think this is the same company that published. I don't know if it's the same people who worked on it, but it's the same, at least same mini publisher or whatever you want to call it. So, one of the big things about this one is that there is an English language in this as well. It says voice specifically, which most games usually tend to just do Japanese voice. Well, at least a lot of games recently have been doing mainly just Japanese voice and just English text because they can save money by not paying voice actors for it, which is kind of sad, really, when you think about it. But depending on the company or what type of game it is, they might not be able to afford being able to publish or localize it like that. So it's just a toss-up. I think if you're a AAA game, I don't think there's no excuse for that. But if you're like someone who barely makes enough money on their games when they release them, that's a bit more makes sense. So. But yeah, we're going to leave it to English. We'll see how the English actors go, the whole saying sub versus dub. I'm more of a dub guy myself just because I don't want to read text while I'm trying to watch anime. And depending on the anime, you might want to watch the actual animation go on. Surprise, surprise, So anyway, let's see what this game's all about. I know a little bit about it. Yes. I had to test some stuff out earlier, so I kind of started the game, but I didn't actually get too far into it. I was actually testing to see if my recording setup was working. And it looks like, yeah, you can choose either Chinese, Japanese, or English in this one. I think the top one is, well, let's see. Because Japanese kanji is technically, most kanji tends to look as whatever it's saying, at least depending on the kanji it's using. No, actually, I think the top one's Chinese and the bottom one's Japanese, I believe. I could be wrong. It's been forever since I studied kanji. And really all that was in passing. And one of the girls in our school, when I was in elementary school, she was from Japan. And it was one of those things where they teach, like they have, if you have something interesting about your family or something you actually do, you tell the other kids about it and you show them. And she taught us origami and how to write Japanese characters or kanji. I forgot what her name was. It's been so long. I don't even think I was friends with her. Not that I hated her or she hated me or anything like that. I don't think we ever knew each other that well. I vaguely remember her. I wonder what she's up to these days. That was like 30 plus years ago. Holy cow, I'm old. Anyway, let's stick with English and let's read a visual novel instead of talking about my days as a youngster in elementary school, because those are different days, folks. The story is a work of fiction. Names, characters, places, and incidents either are products of the author's imagination or used fictitiously. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, events or locales is purely coincidental. Well, looks like we're playing a detective or something like that, because obviously some girl has been murdered. So how will that tie into the AI and all this other stuff? I don't know. Could be just a title. Sometimes they just title things with no rhyme or reason. And what is that freaky abomination of a teddy bear thing with an eyeball? It's freaking me out, man! Anyway, investigation. During investigations, the main character, Date, inspects scenes and collects testimony. Progress by examining objects and talking to people. This might be more of a point-click adventure game than a visual novel. I didn't read a lot of stuff into this. I just heard general things, so I didn't read like super descriptions and stuff like that. So maybe I'm a little bit out of my loop. I just thought it was another VN, which I'd prefer something like this over a VN anyway. So, investigation. Date's position is fixed, but you can move the cursor in your view. So there is some visual novel elements to it, since you only had to move cursor. God, that eyeball thing is too creepy, man. I don't know. I'm one of those guys that kind of finds eyes to be creepy at times. So anyway, try looking around and moving the cursor to find something that catches your eye unexpected. Okay, so there is some visual novel elements, but at least it's not just a single background and a character model, and they don't even move their lips or anything. So, all right, well, let's see what we can find. Let's check this bench out. Time to rest. We've been up all day. It's a bench. Great. I have to be careful about like when people, because I know there is voice dialogue in it, but it's probably only in certain instances. So, if I stall for a second, I'm expecting voice dialogue. So, parasol. A parasol is getting pelted by the rain. It's their job, isn't it? Oh, okay. And I guess if it's white, I guess we've checked the contents of it, so we don't have to check it again. I guess. I could be wrong. So, ooh, Ferris wheel. The old Ferris wheel is over there. It feels like an enormous eye staring down at you. I feel like that's got to be a theme. Wait, is there a skewed horse? I can't even see. Oh, well, it's probably showing from this picture right here. Ugh.
A horse from the merry-go-round.
Okay, so if it does that, then it's going to be voiced. Whoa, our main character's got a, what's that condition called where you have two different irises? Crap. I'll have to look that up later. Is it like amnesia or something like that, or anyway?
It looks like it's skewered.
I see. Yeah, that's pretty weird visualization, dude.
This is not a message from the criminal.
What the heck? The thing could talk.
The park was already in this state before the crime.
It was already messed up like this as this? What kind of park is this?
My best hypothesis is that this is the result of a teenage prank.
Teenage prank? You can skewer horses on a Wait, did they take the horses off of the merry-go-round or merry-go-round and skewer them? Wow, these teenagers really have a lot of time on their hands. Ugh. Wait, looks like we could. Well, it's not white. Maybe we can check it again. Horse is pierced upside down. It looks almost pitiful. Sure, if you say so. Wasn't there another? I thought I saw another like green. Oh yeah, there's like a barrier. Barrier! A red barrier line wraps around the scene. In the old days, they used to use yellow caution tape for this. What losers. Now we've got cheap hologram technology that could do the job even better. Well, either one probably doesn't stop them either way. Well, it says it's a barrier. Maybe it does actually stop them. Well, sometimes we use good old-fashioned yellow tape. A hologram barrier. No, that's just an extra description. Oh, the sky can be checked too? The rain is depressing. Has it been like this all day? Well, have you ever lived in Seattle? It doesn't look like it's letting up any. Nope, sorry. Ooh, cityscape. The city skyscrapers crowd each other. Well, as they tend to want to do. Too bad there's not like a. I wonder if there's like a button you can press for. No, that's auto. I don't want to do that. Okay, I was just saying if there's like a button you could press for like to highlight stuff, but I guess not. Like highlight stuff that can be interacted with. I mean, the panda ride looks lonely. Well, depending on where you live, I've heard like pandas are cute, but I've heard like people in China kind of hate pandas because they're annoying creatures. There's a fence set up around the merry-go-round. It turned upside down, probably to prevent nosy kids from getting caught in the machinery. Well, that won't stop any nosy kids. It's a fence. Hopefully, this merry-go-round won't turn back time and make you a kid again. No one's gonna get that reference. This is the control room, the place where the operator sits to turn the ride on and off. I took a look inside, but I didn't see anything that might be a clue. Oh man, I'm getting a raging clue over here. The merry-go-round control room. There are no leads here. Stop clicking on this thing! It's been 8 years since Bloom Park closed. The weather's gotten to it pretty bad. Yeah, well. So it's been closed, so... And this kind of reminds me of a park that I used to... Well, I mean, I still live there, but the park closed like years and years ago. I think it was called like Bell Amusement Park. Man, sad to see it go, too. I guess... And that was before this whole goings on right now. Ooh, let's examine the pole. Is it a stripper pole? It's a metal pole. Thanks. Column. It's the main column holding up the roof. Horse. It's a horse from the merry-go-round, of course. I don't think there's anything else to check. Probably need to actually talk to... I assume that lady's probably my assistant? Oh, no. It says boss, so she's my boss. So, am I like a private detective, or do I work for the police department, or... I don't know. We'll find out. So we got inspector, policeman, policeman. Let's talk to the policeman. When you speak to a person, you'll be presented with choices and look. Use the choices to let the topic of conversation. Look will allow you to observe the person you're speaking to. Okay. So we can look. A local cop. A local cop! How's the investigation coming?
Not too good, unfortunately. We're not finding much.
Well, in most of these stories, the policemen almost never find anything anyway. Otherwise, what would the point of us being there, right? A local cop! Oh, he doesn't say anything. How about you, Inspector Clouseau? An inspector from Metro. I hope he finds a lead. Anything to go on?
Not yet, sir.
Well, we've only just started, am I right? What's your name? What's your name, Junior?
Wow, I never thought a great detective like you would ask me my name.
What? Oh, we're a great detective. Well, thanks for the exposition, I guess.
It's Kagami, sir.
And we'll probably forget it because you have that design of a character that we know we'll forget eventually because of the mask. How apropos to the current what's going on. But if you've ever watched like an anime or read a novel or read a novel, I mean, you read a novel. You know what I mean? If you read a graphic novel, you can almost tell like important characters from non-important characters. Like they have names and everything like that, but if they ever have darkened features or their faces covered or whatever, or they look like everyone else, then you can tell that there's nothing important to them. We can ask him again what his name is.
It's Kagami,
okay,
sir.
Yeah, he's like, I just told you, sir.
Kagami.
Is he gonna just like spell it out at some point if we keep asking him?
Are you serious? It's Kagami!
He used to respect us and now he hates us. Oh, yeah, he's getting pissed. Oh, we can keep asking him. Let's keep bugging him. I already learned his name. I don't need to ask him again. Okay. I wonder if the game's gonna break the fourth wall where he's just like, I don't know why I keep doing dickish things like this. It's like the hand of God is forcing me to do these things. Thanks for coming out here in this mess.
It's my duty, sir. Thank you.
True. Why thank someone when they're supposed to do their job? But sometimes people need positive reinforcement. You know, sometimes the job is thankless. He's inspecting the scene now. Okay, I guess there's nothing new to add to it. Okay. I should break out of there. Alright, let's talk to the boss. She looks like a cutie. I call her boss. She runs ABIS, or ABIS, a special branch of the Metropolitan Police Department. I report to her directly. So what am I doing here? Oh, whoops, I clicked the wrong button.
Are you serious?
I'm always serious. Voice actress doesn't sound familiar for this lady. ...
You're Special Agent Kaname Date.
I'm trying to remember, think if I recall this voice actress at all. I don't think so. It doesn't sound immediately familiar.
You're a member of Abyss, and that means you answer to me.
It's Abyss? That's not Abyss. Abyss is ABYSS. It should be, well, I guess, Abyss? Abyss? Anyway.
I called you here to inspect the scene, Date.
Thanks for the exposition,
Sure,
boss.
boss. But inspecting dead bodies isn't usually part of the job.
Yeah, Dade sounds familiar, but I can't recall his name off the top of my head, the voice actor.
Usually, no. But tonight it is. Because you know this woman, don't you, Date?
Oh, that's usually the... Don't usually... Well, I guess some good detective novels start with someone you know killed, but sometimes don't you usually save those for like the second novel in the story?
I had to tell you. You deserve to know.
Oh, thanks for letting me know, boss. At least you care. Oh, oops. Right now she's standing in the pouring rain with her umbrella up. Anything else? Nope, okay. Who found the body?
Metro got a call about 2 hours ago. Someone heard screaming coming from the park.
Usually screaming does come from parks, especially where I'm from.
Beat cop responded, checked out the scene.
As they should.
And found the corpse.
Yep, found it just sitting there, all stuffed and, or all tied up and everything.
Yeah. Thing is, the caller was anonymous. I'll give you the details later.
After finishing discussing a topic with someone, they might have new things to talk about. When talking to people, choose topics that interest you. You might find important information or clues. Selecting along will allow you to recap any previous conversations. At least with main characters, when their lips move, I can tell when I need to either talk or press the button to skip conversations because of the time dilation between my recording setup and my console. So this rain is awful, huh?
It's unusual for this time of year.
Yep. Actually, where are we? I guess it depends on where we live.
It'll be hard to find any usable prints.
Do prints wash away that easily in the rain? I guess they do. Because water and all that. Because all prints are just oil and residue from your fingers, so... Look, any suspects?
Not yet. We just found the victim. Too early to say anything for sure. But this could be a copycat killer at work. From the case 6 years ago.
Copycat, huh? Well, those are always bad signs. Yeah, someone always wants to bring in or show off or whatever.
A case 6 years ago? ...
For whatever reason, she didn't elaborate. A case 6 years ago. Were we a part of the force by that point, or no? Or what can you tell me about the victim? Shouldn't we
Her
know?
name's Nadami Shoko.
Whoops,
What was
I
the
didn't mean to-
relationship
I
like?
Accidentally.
I heard you two have been close for years.
Sorry about that. Her lips stopped moving, so I assumed to click the button, but it didn't. Let me go look at the log. Nadami Shoko, you do her right. What was your relationship like? I heard you two have been close for years.
I wouldn't say that. We were just acquaintances.
Still, when someone you know dies, kind of not cool to happen. So I guess now that we've talked to her, I guess we can talk to maybe the inspector again and get some extra... No? And we can't... Let's see. New person, move site, investigate. Can we actually click on her now? There we go. The body's mounted on one of the horses. I should get a better look. I took a step forward.
Sorry, sir. Could you please not get any closer?
Don't tell me what to do, maggot.
We haven't taken any footprints yet.
What have you been doing this whole time?
I appreciate your understanding.
No understanding here. I'm trying to do my job, cop.
Allow me to assist you.
You are freaky. I don't like you. That's Iba. Her official designation is Owlball. Eyeball. Yeah. Puns! She's artificial intelligence built into my fake eye. Oh, that's why it's a different colored eye. I'm surprised they don't just... I mean, Japan usually makes interesting characters, or interesting design characters, so I would have been surprised that they just decided to have a main character with 2 different colored eyes, just cause. But no, there has to be a mechanic built into it. Oh well. Anyway, an AI for an eye, huh? Heh. I hate
Wanted
it.
to use the zoom, right?
Zoom?
Correct. That will allow you to investigate without physically disturbing the scene.
But I want to physically disturb the scene. I'm a renegade detective or whatever. Iba's vision modes. While playing through the story, Iba's special vision modes may help you to obtain information. You can use the zoom mode to enlarge the target. Select zoom and examine the corpse. You can also view the controls in the start button. Okay, so do we just... there it is, okay. Zoom in target. Ugh. Oh, man. Okay, so, we can still move the background if we really wanted to, which is kind of messing me up. Alright, what do we got? Eye, left eye, body. Let's check out the rocket body that's dead.
Multiple puncture wounds to the front of the torso.
So stabbed, most likely.
Cause of death, blood loss from these wounds.
I wonder how long she's been up there.
Body temperature and rigor mortis indicate the time of death was approximately 6 hours
Thank
ago.
you.
That would place the crime occurring around 5 p.m.
Several puncture wounds, but no cuts or tears. That means...
The victim was probably stabbed with something pointed and smooth, like an ice pick.
Ooh. Ugh. I've been stabbed before. It's not a pleasant experience. Not with an ice pick, mind you, just... Ugh. I'd almost rather be shot.
The victim's arms are tied behind her back with rope.
Something messed up, like... I wonder what the point of this was. Was it to show an image, like the killer wanted us to see her displayed like this, or...
The same rope wraps around her body and the pole directly behind her.
Thus tying her to the pole.
Now, why would they do that?
Why would they do that? Her arms are tied behind her back. Okay. Let's keep checking out that rocket body. I know that's crude to say to a murdered victim. Multiple puncture wounds are on their body. Okay, nothing there. I guess we have to check her eye and head now. Okay. Let's check the face.
I am detecting signs of increased stress in your body.
Well, I mean, we did know this person, so just seeing their face, like, with no life in it, makes sense. We'd have some reaction of some sort to it.
Cortisol and ACTH concentration is rising.
I actually don't know what cortisol or ACTH means in terms of body chemistry.
Don't bug me with jargon right now, alright?
Although it's been a while since I've studied biology, so...
I'm just... upset.
I think anyone with some modicum of feeling would be like that.
I knew her.
I know. Remember that I also saw her several times. Though it has been quite some time since we last saw her.
I guess she died during that period. I can't look at her face anymore. Dude, we gotta get all the info before we leave. You gotta check her out, man. Oops. Let's check out
Pupil
her other eye.
dilation and corneal turbidity indicate the victim is dead.
I really need to look up all these terms if I'm going to try to understand what they actually mean. I mean, you could say this jargon in certain stories and be okay with it, just because you can kind of make the inflection of what it means just by the description or the sentence structure. But I'd still rather actually know what that actually means in terms of a description. The eye of a dead woman.
The left eye socket is vacant.
Oh, plucked out her eyeball, huh?
Victim has had her left eyeball removed.
Ugh. So, well, I feel like a lot of concepts of the game is going to be about eyes.
Her left eye.
The most likely scenario is that the killer or killers removed it.
Ugh, killers. That's even worse.
We don't know that for sure. A crow or some other animal could have pulled it off the corpse.
Impossible.
Crow, maybe a vulture.
The amount of blood indicates that the victim's eye was removed before her death.
They carved it out while she was still alive.
Ugh. Good lord. Who would do that type of messed up thing, taking out someone's eyeball while they're alive?
Correct.
I guess we got all we needed. I guess.
What was that?
Ugh. Yeah, I heard that too. It was like a bang or something.
Analyzing the source of the sound. Sonic analysis indicates the sound originated from inside the merry-go-round's central column.
Inside the column?
In the column, huh? Was there something in there? The noise came from inside. Did no one else hear it?
Use me to see through the column.
Use me! Ride me, Seymour!
Utilize the X-ray mode.
X-ray mode? Ho ho! Can we? No, just kidding. Actually, can we do that on the other characters? That's... Oh, we can talk to him and ask him about the sound. That sound just now.
You heard it too, sir? I wonder what it was.
And you're not gonna go check it out? Oh, inspector for Metro, he finds a lead. Well, he's inspecting the scene now. Okay. That sound just now. Did you hear it?
A sound? I didn't hear anything.
Oh, wasn't that not creepy the way that his mouth moved on that specific model? I don't know why. It looked like it was like separate from the actual like the like art itself. You know. Maybe I'm just thinking a local kid. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Hey, boss, did you hear that?
Yeah, I definitely did. I couldn't tell where it came from, though.
You didn't tell it was from inside there? Okay. Right now, she's standing in the pouring rain with her umbrella up. I was actually going to do the whole, if the game will let me use X-ray on her just to be a creep, but no, it won't let me because we're not a jerk like that. Would you look at someone if you had X-ray vision without their permission? It would kind of designate what type of person you are. What the? There's a monster in there! I was just seeing if there's anything else to click on. Okay.
Oh no.
It appears as though someone is inside.
I threw down my umbrella and ran to the pillar, disregarding disregarding what the guy said earlier about taking footprints.
Shut up!
I pushed him aside and ran up on the platform.
Hey, I know you're in there. If you can hear me, say something.
I can't hear you because you're talking. ... No reply. Looking closely, I found a small handle on the column. I grabbed it hard and tried to pull it open. Alright.
It won't budge.
It may be locked from the inside.
Damn it. Hey, whoever's in there, stay back. Izuki. What is this place?
Whoa, man, this is totally trippy, man. And we also found out who killed that one lady. Apparently, it's that Mizuki girl. So I don't know. I think the case is solved, right? Apparently, it's not because we're still playing the game. So looks like we're gonna have to find out like why that girl had that ice pick and what we're doing right now. What are we doing right now? Find out next time in the next episode of AI: The Somnium Files. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.